fast, intelligent, and courageous, yet at the same time incredibly curious and persistent. It is hardly surprising that these small animals have managed to adapt so well to life in the harsh African savannas. Here, danger lurks at every step. An enemy might suddenly swoop down from the skies, hide silently among the branches of trees, or lie in ambush somewhere on the ground, waiting for the right moment to attack. And yet, despite such constant threats, these animals are not defenseless. When united, they are ready to confront predators far larger and stronger than themselves, and sometimes, against all odds, even turn these enemies into their own prey. Greetings, friends. You are watching Time with Animals, and today we will talk about the true bandits of the animal kingdom. Introducing the striped banded mongoose. The banded mongoose is one of the most widespread representatives of its family. At first glance, its size may seem modest, an average body length of just over 30 centimeters, not including the long bushy tail, and a body mass of only about 2 kilograms. But appearances can be deceiving. Despite their small size, these animals have successfully spread throughout nearly the entire African continent south of the Sahara Desert. Survival in such a dangerous environment, surrounded by numerous powerful carnivores, is no simple task. For this reason, mongooses have chosen strength in numbers. They form cohesive social groups, which may include up to 40 individuals, and in some extraordinary cases even as many as 70. To protect themselves from predators and the harsh conditions, they make use of a wide variety of shelters, abandoned termite mounds, cracks and crevices in the rocks, or any hidden places capable of providing protection and concealment. Having spent the night safely hidden inside their chosen refuge, with the first rays of the morning sun the mongoose gang emerges and sets off together in search of food. When moving across open ground, they act almost like a single living organism. Tight formations and synchronized movements allow them to intimidate potential predators. However, when it comes to feeding, every mongoose forages independently, digging tirelessly into the soil. This unusual combination of cooperation and independence can become life-saving, even in encounters with formidable enemies such as entire packs of African wild dogs. While several members of the group take on the role of vigilant sentinels, carefully scanning the surroundings for danger, others lose no time, energetically clawing at the earth and uncovering a multitude of insects and beetles. Their keen sense of smell helps them locate hidden prey, while their extremely long and strong claws turn digging into an efficient and effective process. Yet the mongoose diet is not limited to harmless insects. These fearless little creatures are known for consuming truly extreme dishes: venomous scorpions, dangerous centipedes, and other toxic invertebrates. Their natural boldness and lack of fear often push them into risky behavior. For example, stealing food from larger, stronger neighbors. Take, for instance, the baboon. This large primate is by no means willing to share its food, but the tiny thieves are relentless. Time and again, they approach, becoming more and more annoying until the baboon, enraged, finally snaps. The furious primate leaps forward to punish the intruders, but at that very moment, the cunning plan of the mongoose gang comes into effect. As the baboon abandons its meal to chase them away, the other mongooses seize the opportunity. In a flash, the stolen prize disappears, and the bold strategy of the gang proves once again to be flawless. Their menu is further enriched with bird eggs, a true delicacy for the mongooses. To break open fragile eggshells poses no problem at all, but the hard shells of snails present a much more serious challenge. Nevertheless, the mongooses do not surrender easily. They display remarkable ingenuity, smashing the shells against hard surfaces until they finally succeed. But even then, the feast is not guaranteed, for the smell of the delicacy can attract a crowd of rivals. Among the bravest are those who dare to hunt alone, sometimes challenging prey much larger and stronger than themselves. A rat, for example, may put up a fierce resistance, biting and scratching in self-defense. But the mongoose, equipped with lightning-fast reflexes, unyielding grip, and razor-sharp teeth, leaves the rodent without a single chance of survival. When hunting together, success comes even more easily, though disputes often arise when it comes time to divide the catch. Despite such conflicts, cooperation remains essential, for in the neighborhood live many animals far bigger and far more powerful than the mongoose. Constant vigilance is therefore vital. At the slightest alarm call, the group erupts in frantic movement, fleeing in different directions in a desperate attempt to save their lives. But the merciless world of predators leaves no room for mistakes. For each mongoose, every single day could be its very last. Yet, remarkably, these animals do not always retreat from danger. In certain cases, they confront it directly, especially when snakes are involved. Snakes pose an especially grave threat, for they can slither into the mongoose dens and target the helpless young. The most experienced members of the family can detect the reptilian danger from a great distance. Within mere seconds, the entire gang is mobilized, standing shoulder to shoulder in defense of their offspring. Often, sheer numbers are sufficient to intimidate the snake, forcing it to retreat and search for easier prey. But not every encounter goes according to this plan. One of the most dreaded adversaries of the mongoose is the Mozambique spitting cobra. This reptile possesses not only deadly venomous fangs but also a terrifying long-range weapon. Its venom can be powerfully ejected up to 3 meters away, and even the slightest drop striking the eyes can result in complete blindness. Against such a formidable opponent, the mongooses hesitate, knowing the risk. Yet retreat is not always an option. All it takes is the courage of a single bold individual to launch an attack, and instantly the entire gang descends like a living whirlwind upon the serpent. The cobra may be capable of holding off one opponent, but against the combined fury of the entire clan, it is helpless. Within moments, sharp teeth inflict deadly wounds, and the once feared predator lies defeated, its body torn apart and devoured. Mongooses possess a natural resistance to toxins, a biological adaptation refined through countless generations of battles with venomous creatures. Nevertheless, they are not invulnerable. A single well-placed bite can still cost a life. Their true protection lies in their extraordinary agility and lightning-fast reaction time, honed over millennia in this unending evolutionary arms race. Another remarkable feature of mongoose society is its unusual approach to reproduction. Unlike many pack-dwelling carnivores, where strict hierarchies limit breeding to only the dominant pair, in mongoose families all females are allowed to reproduce. Each may give birth to as many as 5 pups at a time. To prevent confusion among so many offspring, parents mark their young with their individual scent. Yet despite these distinctions, care is provided collectively. Every member of the group contributes to protecting and nurturing the vulnerable pups. The challenges of survival do not end there. To avoid parasites and reduce the risk of attracting predators, the family must relocate every few days to a new shelter. These migrations are perilous undertakings. During the search for a new home, they may stumble across hungry hunters or encounter rival gangs of mongooses. Such meetings are almost always hostile, for neighboring groups are fiercely territorial. Clashes between gangs can be violent and ruthless. When the forces are evenly matched, no side wishes to yield ground. The conflicts can become prolonged and bloody, and tragically, the youngest members often suffer the most. Infants are specifically targeted by rival clans, their deaths weakening the enemy's future generation. Only the luckiest of pups survive these trials, growing strong enough to learn the vital skills of finding food, evading predators, and defending the clan. Those that endure eventually become full-fledged members of the group, taking their rightful place in the dangerous world of the savanna. And so, through cooperation, adaptability, and remarkable fertility, the banded mongoose has secured for itself a stable and thriving niche in the African ecosystem. Today, their numbers remain high, and these fascinating animals face no immediate threats to their survival. If you enjoyed this episode, please support it with a like, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and as always, spend your time wisely. Until next time.